Um, Hello. So today is Wednesday 13th of May.
Okay, I can delete those boxes. Range of the first 5-minute bar is, do I see that correctly, 90 points?
The question is, why am I looking at him trading DAX
Very
while I
good
am
already
trading
so
FTSE?
far.
Because this both are correlated symbols. That's why. Not all the time, but most of the time.
Pushed it all the way up to almost the color change. But we have a doji. Basically closed where we opened on that bar. The FTSE, however, strong start. The first bar positive. I will put a sell short order in. past days. It was always a good idea to just buy the FTSE at the open. Unless it was this day. A couple of positive days in the FTSE. But not with a big range, so it seems. On the daily, so DAX second 5-minute bar, so far an inside bar. Now bears a little bit in control. DAX seems to, on the daily here, digging himself out of a hole. V-shaped recovery here with a pullback, but still in an uptrend. We're almost back up here. And now we have to be careful that we keep making higher lows here. Now to see continuation.
Connected. Connected.
So someone says divergent is not working. Let me try. Yeah, there seems to be something to it. Okay. So for now, until that is solved, use YouTube audio. Okay, a very fast reply here from a gentleman over at Divergent. Okay. Divergent is fixed. Thank you very much. Tja, looks like the FTSE here so far pushes higher, making new highs for the day. 2 closed above 1. 3 currently trade.
Analysis. What happens most of the time is on horsepower positive. If it has to go up, most of the time it gives a retracement of 2 to 3 bars. So on 2 to 3 bars, we will be taking entry. I just exited my own position right now.
Deutsche Börse handelsfreie Tage. So, then you come here, Deutsche Börse Handelszeiten, yeah, and there you see that the 1st of January, 3rd of April, 6th of April, 1st of May, the 24th, 25th, and 26th and 31st of December are closed. Everything else is open. So I hope that answers your question. He says, thanks. All right. My pleasure. So, what else we got here? Is Divergent working? Now it should be. What is this Google? Yeah, that's a search engine. I mean, now in days of large language models, you know, it feels almost old school to Google something. Is anybody of you guys still using Google? Morning, Andy. Sounding great here in Cape Town. Well, what time is it over there, my friend? Shouldn't you be sleeping? So, 9:15. Well, that is... Didn't expect that. Cape Town, same as UK, I believe. So, 8:15. Try a Newark server. No, I will not. I live in Prague and Frankfurt is closer. So Frankfurt is closer and that seems to be fixed. Hi Andy, thank you for your streaming and research. I was wondering how many samples did you use to backtest the espresso mechanically, months, years, and what were the results of it? Believe it or not, my friend, I forward tested it because those bars are moving and I don't have, how do you call it, tick data, you know, so you can only see so much when you look back, right? Especially if you use let's say a stop loss of 40 points and the bars have overlap and they are larger than 40 points, then that might have stopped you out and you don't know. so you can only forward test that. Forward testing that for a good while now. Espresso works 75% of the time or so, in the DAX. And the Dow lately, not so well, so I'm a little bit careful with that. Something around that, but always conduct your own research. Guys, this is for educational purposes only. I said that at the beginning, didn't I? Right? So trading involves risk. Don't do what I do. I'm showing you the execution. You do that for yourself. I also live in Prague and I am German. I also work for a prop firm. Would love to take a coffee sometime. And the gentleman doesn't know why he didn't write that in German in the first place. Okay, I believe it's a date. Not too many traders in Prague. Always glad to reach out. So Cape Town seems to be the same as Prague and Frankfurt, so also 918. Okay. Okay, it's working now. So here this gentleman asks, when we experience drawdown days with Tom, do you use loss limits, then stop trading? Okay, this may be a little bit more. Okay, I think we can delete the order in the, no, maybe it comes down. Let's keep an eye on it. I will certainly say something to the topic of drawdowns, but let me just take a look here. So the first 15-minute bar was a negative bar. We traded back into the overnight range. And now so far the second 15-minute bar trading inside. And now the aggressive school run comes in. So far, all previous bars closed within the range of the first candle. So I'm a little bit careful on pushing this short side too early. But there's also a voice in me that says, hey, take that short. I will, okay, no. I will wait for the school run. So, then let me, till we wait for the school run, address this question. So, when we experience drawdown days with Tom, do you use loss limits and stop trading? First of all, believe it or not, I do my own trading. I sometimes do what Tom is doing. If I would have done it myself, I always listen in when Tom is trading. But over the years now, I have to say I have developed a mindset where I'm pretty much unaffected by what Tom is doing. So not because I don't respect Tom's trading, quite the opposite. No, the reason is I want to learn that myself and make my own decisions. Even though I trade basically his setups, Tom has maybe a much greater appetite for risks that I don't always share. I try to add to my winners and push it and be aggressive, but not necessarily all the time. Sometimes I try to restrain myself. For example, in a market that doesn't move, that is range bound, where you likely get chopped up, this is not the day where I want to push it. But in a market that is trending, and I consider myself also a breakout trader, then I try to be more aggressive, maybe even use bigger size. So now, how about when you are having a bad day? So that depends on what you define for yourself. There are many traders out there. They have their own rules, and they hopefully follow their rules. Some operate with a daily loss limit, right? Some say, okay, after 3 consecutive losses, I close the PC, I stop trading. And honestly, Tom is an experienced man, right? If like a pro golfer does bad on one hole, he goes with a beginner's mind to the next hole, right? That makes a champion. And probably also you can compare trading to extreme sports, right? So Tom might have a mind of a snail in that regard. He completely disregards what just happened on the last trade and looks at each trade individually. Yeah, still a human being, right? But some of us, and I would maybe include myself in that. I'm not trading for 20 years, right? So when I feel like I'm personally affected by that, my emotions take over. I try to remove myself physically from the screens, because in the past I probably would have only made it worse. Yeah, so our reptile brain there is screaming for equilibrium. Make it back, and we take excessive amounts of risk to make it back. And honestly, that is not the worst state to be in. But you need to be extremely mindful of what you're doing. So when you're rather a beginner and you feel you're like emotionally overwhelmed before you go on tilt or do anything stupid or cause more damage, it's maybe better to take a break, to reassess, look at the old trades. What did you do there? Did you have a good reason for taking them? Right? Why did you get out? Why did you add there? How do you feel? And if that all is, let's say, within normal parameters, there is no reason why you shouldn't continue to trade. But if something is off, it's better to have some sort of wind down routine, right? For example, I like to go to the gym, or play with my daughter or whatever, go outside for a walk, clear the head, and then return. Yeah. So, school run is coming up. And right now it looks like I want to be short the DAX. FTSE still up there. Notice how bar 4 is an inside bar. Bar 5 almost an inside bar. Still the bodies are closing still higher, but didn't close above. And now bar 6 is pushing a little bit below bar 5. So that can just be a pullback, you know, buyers stepping in below prior bar low, and we continue higher. But the DAX shows some weakness, and the FTSE and the DAX usually are somewhat linked. Maybe someone is a little faster than the other, so maybe the FTSE will also eventually come down. Or it's one of those days where they're doing exactly the opposite. One more minute. It's the second time where I said that I'm contemplating taking a short position. You know, the flip on the espresso, and also on the aggressive screw run. Did I say that out loud? Part of me also wanted to spontaneously sell short while we were trading below. Maybe I should already be short. I will do it properly, use the screw run. Stand by for a short position. Oops, I had to do that manually. Short the DAX. Now where to put the stop loss? Would I take the flip long? For now, I leave the stop loss at 24,170. Nope. FTSE still trending higher. I will delete that sell order. Okay, already 20 points offside, but the previous two bars also had here some overlap. Yeah, the context of this sizable gap up, opening above the overnight range, touching the previous session high, that's all bullish. Yeah. We double topped here at the open. Second 15-minute bar close below the previous one. We again inside the range. Oh, and that is a more bearish context. Question is, do we see continuation? Or was that it? FTSE is just motoring on. Doesn't look good for me. So I will put stop loss, moving stop loss to the other side of the signal bar. And I will put an order in to flip long.
Order filled.
So, okay, we are long the DAX. Did the bulls finally wake up and found their balls? Now we're trading above the overnight range again. Bloody hell. Look how the anti would have worked, but who would have taken that? and why? Moving stop loss to 24,088. I hope this is a lower high double top, because the high here comes in at 213. Here we were still 8 points away. Oh, let's hope this was a bear trap and I was trapped. Now I have a chance to make some money back. All my instincts were telling me to sell short. And now this is a veritable bull surprise. Adding to my DAX. Certainly now we're back where we opened. One, two, three, four, five, 6 bars to get down to 93, and just 2 bars to take us up to 177. Buying the FTSE at the open would have been a good idea. So I'm hoping for continuation in the DAX as well. If we trade back into the range, I'm 200% long. This would be should I get stopped out on that, would be a sizable loss. Yeah. Some of you guys are like, Andy, you trade small size. Yeah, first of all, ladies and gentlemen, I'm trading live. I might trade a little bigger size when I'm just by myself, but believe it or not, this is incredibly stressful. And also, if you just look at my humble losses here, that stuff adds up. You know, right now I'm risking 140 euros. I believe I lost already so far. Yeah, there's something not correct. Entries are double. Yeah, but that's 95 euros and 80, so makes that 100 euros. There you go. And right now my risk is 140, so that would be 240. Stuff adds up. Yeah. So, whoa, more questions coming in. I should just press buy in the FTSE, right, and be done with it. DAX attempting here to establish a trading range. Hope not. Today should be PPI. Still a little bit of upper shadow here. How much is that? A quarter maybe of the bar. It's not the strongest bull close, but closed above the midpoint, closed above previous bar high. Now we need to see some follow through. Current 15-minute bar hasn't expanded much. It's very tiny. Sitting there at the upper quarter. Still slightly above the body of the previous bar. the 5-minute chart, it looks like we will trade lower momentarily. How far can the FTSE go? Still in an uptrend, making higher highs and higher lows. And I'm not in. Roughly like that. Almost no body in bar number 9. So now I'm 200% long the DAX. It would be good if a couple buyers would come in below prior bar low. If we, however, establish a trading range, I should get either the hell out of here and take my loss now, or just puke through and hope we get back up here and my stop loss is not too tight. Certainly not an easy morning for me. A lot of you guys are writing me. Let me try to do something about this position or watch it a little bit more closely. So, how many buyers bought below prior bar low? Will that be a swing low here? Yeah. So it came off a little bit. Holding. Doesn't look good. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is a real situation where, as a breakout trader, you always hope for, okay, this is it now, you get continuation, right? You add to what you perceive as a winner. You had a strong 2 consecutive bull bars, closing at their highs, almost no discernible overlap. And now the question is this a pullback? We can maybe measure it. So where's the low? The low is 90. Where's 90? Somewhere here, yeah. Okay. Too many lines here. So, and you see, it's already a rather deep retracement. We retraced more than 50% of the move. If we are retracing more than 61.8%, that almost looks like a reversal. Okay, let me try something here. I think my line in the sand would be roughly %75. FTSE came down 2. Very fast so. Closing my add-on for a loss. And I'm moving stop loss up of my first entry. Okay, so that's all I can do in terms of managing the risk. That's all we can do. We can just swing the bat and control the risk at this point. Looks like a losing morning for me. Sorry about that. I tried my very best so far. Maybe some wondrous incidents will wake up the bulls again, and we're making new highs. And then there's still a chance. But I have to also embrace the possibility that I will just get chopped up here in a range, and then my job is to limit my loss. The reason why I did that is because I'm not like I don't trade Fibonacci retracements religiously, but I kind of measured here, you know, how deep the pullback is, how deep the retracement is, right? So that's the swing low, that's the swing high, and you can just see here how far we pulled back. So if it's a shallow retracement, like a 38.2, that's usually in a strong uptrend. Deeper retracements like 50% or 61.8, and that's already rare, and everything deeper than that is more indicative of a reversal. And now we, in fact, my first position is positive again. Three-bar reversal. Okay, but now show me some continuation. So I will not be aggressive and add again unless we really make new highs for the day. So far, looks like this bar is deflating. But we got a good close on bar 12. We're trading now above, back at entry for the school run. The 15-minute bar 4 inside the range of previous bar, bear close. Bar 5 also inside the range of 3. Now with the bears in control, they have a tight stop loss. So far, the only thing that speaks for the bulls was this bar number 3 here, which now looks a little bit like an outlier. I see an awful lot of red and that blue thing in the middle. And because of that, I was 200% long. I better be a little bit more blue. So, okay. Anyway. Take a couple more questions while I wait to get stopped out. It's a German gentleman. Hey, Andy, as well, Andy here. What I see right now is that DAX at value area high reversed and now below POC. Yeah, I don't look at that, brother. I don't look at that. Andy, were you able to get a new fridge in your apartment? I was, in fact, yes. So those of you who follow me on Twitter, I know that recently my old fridge died and a new fridge needed to be purchased and brought up to the 5th floor where I live in an apartment in Prague. And it's an American style fridge, mind you, like a really 170, 180 kilogram monster. Yeah, so I feel a little bit, you know, I don't want to promote my social media humble presence here. I'm only a guest on this channel, and I don't want to use this exposure to further my own humble endeavors. So, but I believe if you look for anything karaoke, Andy, you probably will find me, right? So, I'm doing great, thank you. Well, yeah, just not good for my wallet, right? Wow, this is a lot. Hi Andy, I see you're using TradingView as well. I built some TradingView indicators that help me to get structure on the charts. Feel free to test on your charts. Blah, blah. Please don't share with the public. Okay. Okay, so I will not. Quasim, I recovered all my losses I sustained last 2 days. I bought silver for... Yeah, well done, brother. I didn't want it to close, but then was very tired, recovered everything. Happy not just to make but to hold and manage a position for long. Yeah, that's something I struggle with too. Holding positions for long. Good morning, Anka. Don Quingshot, thank you for your wise words. Not sure if that's so wise. I mentioned 3 things to Tom yesterday. Firstly, he didn't seem to be moving his stop loss to break even when he added, so he was incurring very large losses, particularly when he was in a defensive mode. This disproportionate nature of drawdowns when he from blah, blah, yeah, okay. I get it. You see, Tom is a professional, is a high stakes day trader. He knows what he's doing, but his appetite for risk might not be for everyone. That's all I'm saying. So, what the fuck is this shit this morning? Exactly. Thank you. Yeah, speaking out of my heart. Love Praha, I think that is a really good approach to not overtrade and make it a routine to do something when it don't go your way. I've been trading for 7 years now and I have a room in my house for just calm down before the trading session. It doesn't always make good, but I have built myself a gym now, so when I lose, I will go down and lift some weights and look back after. Let's grab a beer next time. I'm in Praha. Ricard from Gothenburg, by the way. Then let's do that, brother. Even though I don't drink alcohol, I smoke cigars, however, if that's your thing. Climbed in on DAX. André Avenon. André Avenon. Oh, okay. Hello, what is your comfortable trading size? It's bigger than €1 a point. It's smaller than 150 euros a point. Guys, why do you care? That is, I do this once per week here. That will not make me or you in any case wiser. Don't obsess over trading sizes. I'm trying to show here execution and putting my own capital at risk. Some of you will think it's okay, it's not much, but just think of it. If I risk 100 euros, that is 1% of a 10,000 euro account. I trade a little bit bigger by myself, I will say this much. But I'm not a high stakes trader like Tom. Not yet. So, hi Andy, launching the Karaoke Espresso since a couple of weeks. My findings till now: better not take positions the first 30 seconds, most likely to wipe you out. After that long, seem to have much higher win rate. The 3-minute switch off allows for some tolerance, maybe even to 5 minutes. Thank you for sharing. Okay. How's that now looking, huh? 34 point. Now I feel bad. I closed my position for a loss. My add-on. But who would have thought that this would recover? Which is your favorite cigar? I had a lovely Por Laranjaga yesterday. Yeah, if you get the Por Laranjagas, right? They fly off the shelf so fast, brother. Cubans these days, if you get any, I like Hache Upmann, Connoisseur A or B, and from New World Cigars, I'm a big fan of Drew Estate from Nicaragua. Excellent stuff, brother, excellent stuff. So, but smoking is, again, you know, do what you want with your body. Just I will not pretend that it is in any way, shape or form a healthy thing, right? I stopped drinking alcohol a while ago, and I go to the gym regularly. I try to eat healthy, so I'm doing a little bit to offset my cigar consumption, but it's not something I would recommend. But I do it and I enjoy it. So, hi Andy, I use Espresso in Nasdaq. It seems to work. Yes, it does. Everybody whining about Tom and his drawdown. Well, you know, okay, I will say this. There you have Tom trading live with you guys every day. Real money on the line. Enormous success rate, right? Always many 100% return. Many 100% return on his account at the end of the year. Then he has 1 or 2 bad days, and then yeah. Well, what does that say about you guys, if you see it that way, right? So Tom is not saying you should do what he is doing. He's educating you, right? And I'm also trying to show you the execution here. Don't follow what I'm doing. That can lead to you losing money, right? Build your own skills and trade according to your own risk tolerance. That's all I can say. Yeah. Tom is a high stakes day trader. That guy has killed something in himself that takes profits early or is too flimsy with moving stop losses. That's just a different animal. That's all I can say. Hi Andy, is this where people ask questions? Yes, there is no official chat or whatever, but you can DM me. All right, so position looks good now. But we're coming up to resistance again. On a day like this, you should introduce us to the arcade games behind you. Yeah, well. So this is my little office here, right? I can't give you a room tour in that my camera is or my webcam is on a fixed attachment to my desk. So I can point, right? So there are two machines. One is Street Fighter, the other one is Mortal Kombat. And this little baby here, I built myself, yeah, out of plywood. There's an old monitor inside and I think a Raspberry Pi. So I like to do a little bit of woodworking in my free time, and I obviously seem to like classical arcade games, right? So now we're making new highs. We also at resistance. So I could recoup a little bit of my loss by taking 50 points here. I'm hoping... FTSE is coming back further down. Okay. Now we'll definitely make new highs. Now we are at that double top of previous session high, coming in at 212. See that? Here. Okay. Hi Andy, can you tell me where I can find about espresso strategy? My friend, when this recording is available on YouTube, just go to the beginning. I believe I explained that there. I also said that Tom is yet to provide documentation. So what I shared there is my own interpretation of it, how I understand it, how I trade it. Yeah, feel free to take a look. How is a non-alcoholic living in the Czech Republic? Yeah, that is... I even have a Czech wife. Incredibly cool played, Andy. With you all the way. I got praise from Tom. Thank you very much. I think we can put stop loss to break even. What do you think? Stop loss to break even in DAX. So, okay. Hi, Andy. Is this where people ask? Yeah, you made a great point of Tom making profits at the end of the year. Biggest perspective to me as a trader was also completely ignore days results and look for monthly P&L. So even if you copy Tom, you have to do it extended period to see the results, not a single trading day. Yeah, again, you know, when you look at the disclaimer that Tom put out, right? And I personally I make a point of repeating that before I trade with you guys. This is for educational purposes only, you know. Trading involves risk, yada yada yada. So if you do that, you must be fully aware of that you can lose all your money that you put into it. So always only trade the money that you're willing to lose. And yeah, if you follow a high stakes day trader, there will be days that come with bigger losses. You need to then also tolerate that, and also you know, not continue following, right? Because Tom has always made it back eventually, but you may miss exactly those recovery trades because you're angry or whatever, you know. So that's not the right mindset to do that. So hi Andy, did you delete the FTSE order? Could get triggered. What's the FTSE doing? Yeah, I deleted the order. I thought we were up here and it wouldn't come down back down here. You know, if we are trading below 10,314, that would be a sell. But probably I'm not here anymore. This stream will end before that. So, but there's nothing wrong with taking a later first bar positive in the FTSE, in my humble opinion. So, but for the purposes of this stream, this order is deleted. Okay. Your analysis of Tom's trading is really helpful. Thank you. Great to have an experienced perspective. You're very welcome. Hi, Andy. I think people should stick to their own playbook and rules, own size and chosen assets. Copy trading is never a good idea in my opinion. I appreciate you mentioning risk to your audience. This is where everything starts, risk control. I totally agree. There are experienced traders out there. They only talk risk, right? And also don't. Tom also is using a very, if you look at it, very conservative approach to risk management. Risking 1 or 2% of the account size So yeah, the lot size and stop loss size are usually reflective of that. For simplicity reasons, that is somewhat fixed. But if you do the math, it's also what Tom is doing, right? Since quitting alcohol, I'm craving cigars more and more, bro. Yeah, that's the same with me. You know, cigar consumption over the years went up. Yeah, if you buy a humidor, always buy one at least triple the size that you think you originally need. I should not talk about cigars here. Okay. Be strong, Robert, my friend. Cigars are not so bad. Oh, a gentleman showing me here his humidor. Well. Hi, Andy, did you delete? Sorry, I'm not taking that, just checking. Okay. But Andy, if you risk 1 or 2% per trade, how is it possible to lose 30% of your account in a day? Yeah, how is it possible? You know, have you heard of the humble mathematical reality of addition? I don't know if that's a serious question, but obviously, if you risk 1% per trade and take 30 trades and all are losers, you lost 30%, right? Yeah, not necessarily in a row, you know. Maybe if you take 50 trades and come on, you know how that can happen. Just what do you want me to say? That's just how it is. Some people cap that. They say if I lose X% per day, I stop trading. Or some people put a dollar amount on it. But and those are valid approaches. Tom is probably checking in with himself, experienced enough to decide to continue trading. And I'm not to question that, right? So if you have a different risk tolerance, act accordingly. All I'm saying. Hey, Andy, really love your stream. Why don't you do additional stream or start your own live stream channel as well? Ooh, guess what? I used to do that on Twitter for my humble following, and I used to do that on Wednesday. And then Tom asked me to step in here, so he has basically a day off for research or whatever he's doing, and I'm gladly doing it. It's a much bigger audience now. It's a little bit scary for me. But yeah, I have a little bit of experience with that. And by the way, Andy, I like how you explain step by step every tick. Keep going like this. I like it. Okay. So the stories that I tell about every bar. Okay. So maybe let's take a look. So we had here this little bit of a reaction to resistance. We are at resistance. So we have here this pin bar still closed ever so slightly above bar number 15. Then a little pulse bar, nothing more like that. Bears didn't manage to close below. And now the bulls make another push. So I already had a couple of losing trades. I will probably not get too aggressive here anymore. I said I might add when we make new highs, but I think I will just run this. Close was around 326. Yeah, how far can that go? $300 maybe, big round number. That would be a thing. Or we could measure